Hey guys, I am back, and it is time to review the second giant figure. In this video, we are reviewing the Giant Kong with Beast Glove. So yeah, let me scoot him back more a bit. So yeah, it's now time for us to review the Giant Kong. And after this, we will be reviewing the Giant Scar King for the next video. So yeah, pretty excited for that. So anyways, as usual, let's take a quick look at the packaging before we get this guy out. And yeah. So let's see. So it says Monster. Sorry about that. Almost forgot. We do have the open packaging right here. We got the figure right there. It looks very sick. It says Monsterverse right there. Godzilla and Kong, the New Empire. Of course, let's see. Yep. We have Godzilla and Kong right there. It says Giant Kong with Beast Glove right there. Other stuff down here. Of course, we got all this lightning as usual. And real quick, I must say, before we look at the rest of the packaging, I really like how this figure really pops out from the rest of the packaging. To me, Godzilla and Scar King, they pretty much blend in with the rest of the packaging. This guy really stands out, and I really like how it looks. It looks phenomenal. But yeah, anyways, let's take a look at the rest of the packaging. Here's the side, got Godzilla and Kong right there, Godzilla and Kong New Empire. Here's the back, more phenomenal artwork, a phenomenal product shot. It says Kong right there. We have Monsterverse right there. Once again, I doubt I will ever get over how good this artwork looks. So yeah, I really like it. Looks like it's a Hollow Earth background. Yeah. Anyways, it says Godzilla and Kong, the New Empire right there. I still don't feel like reading that write-up, so if you want to read that, go ahead, pause the video, you have a few seconds. All right, let's see. Last part. We have some crystals right there, Giant Kong with Beast Glove, and yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna cut the camera, I'm gonna get this out of the packaging, and then I'll review it. So yeah, give me a few minutes. Okay guys, I'm back, and we finally got our Giant Kong out of the packaging, and everything's pretty much great so far. So yeah. Anyways, let's look at all the details, and then we'll talk about articulation. So first up, do have his face right there. He's got a really cool looking face. I absolutely love it. I think it looks sick. Let's see. Of course, we do have his eyes right here. Look pretty cool. To me, they kind of look a bit cross-eyed, but nah, well. Of course, we do have his teeth and his mouth. They're painted quite well. I want to say they're painted perfectly. So, and of course, he's got his battle scars and everything, scratches across his chest. It's got all these sculpted fur patterns. Of course, I really like his sculpted fur texture. And I really like how this figure feels and how heavy it feels too. It's phenomenal, yeah. Of course, we do have his Beast Glove, as you can see. Really like this Beast Glove. And of course, more parts of it are painted, as you can see, especially because it's a bigger figure. And of course, we do have his feet right there, nicely sculpted. At least I think so. Here is, and of course, let's turn him around because I think I got everything in the front. And of course, we do have that problem with the screw holes. Yeah, once again, collectors like me do not like these screw holes. So yeah, I hope that's something that Playmates fixes in the future. But well, but again, yeah, those screw holes are just unappreciated. But yeah, it does have some nice fur texture in the back, so yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it for details and everything. So now I'm gonna set my camera down and we'll talk about articulation. So for articulation, his mouth cannot move, but I think I actually prefer it that way. But his head can do a 360. Yeah, his head can do a 360, at least I think it can. No, actually, no, it can't. I thought it could at first, but no, apparently it can't, but I will. But his head can actually move up and down like this quite a bit, as I'm sure you could see. So I think that's pretty cool. But that's about it for head articulation. His arms can move as well. This arm can move. It can do a 360, just like that. I think that is very cool. And let's see, he can, let's see. He can bend at the elbow, like this, like so. And his elbow can swivel out like that too, and in like this. Which is actually great because the Giant Kong from Godzilla vs. Kong had barely any articulation. So yeah, this is a really good big step up. So yeah. And then as for this arm, it can move up and down and it can do a 360, just like that. But since it's got the B.E.A.S.T glove, it cannot swivel at the elbow, but it can bend at the elbow by that much. So yeah, I really like that. Let's see. Then of course with the legs, this Kong also has more articulation in the legs than the giant Kong from Godzilla vs. Kong. So yeah, lift the arms up a bit to make this easier. So his legs can move back and forth like that, about that much, as you can see. They can swivel at the joints, reveals more screw holes, which I do not really like, but oh well. Yeah, they can both swivel like that, and they can move back and forth just like that. And of course he can bend at the knees, which I think is very nice. Let's see here. So yeah, about that much. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for articulation. Let me just try to stand him up again just real quick, properly. Let's see here. Just trying to stand him up properly. Let's see. All right. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, guys, I think this is quite a phenomenal figure. So glad to have it in my collection. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I missed anything. Hopefully I didn't. Anyways, guys, now that we've talked about articulation and everything, it's now time for the figure comparisons. So first, let's compare him to the smaller Kong with B.E.A.S.T glove, the 6-inch one that we reviewed back in March. So yeah, there's a little more detail on the giant one than there is on the 6-inch one, but I suppose you could still say that this is still like a bigger version of this figure. And yeah, with the B.E.A.S.T glove, more of the B.E.A.S.T glove is painted on this figure than it is on this figure, as you can see. But yeah, still both very cool. And yeah, so let me move that one. And now let's compare him to the giant Kong from Godzilla vs. Kong. So as you can see, there's quite a few differences. This Kong has more battle scars than this guy does. And of course, this guy does not have the B.E.A.S.T glove yet, of course. And of course, their faces are completely different. This guy has more like, maybe more like reddish eyes, I want to say. This guy's eyes are more like orange, as you can see. But yeah, completely different faces. And yeah. And this Kong has more articulation, as I said. You can probably tell just by looking at this Kong that it doesn't have that much articulation. But yeah, still both really cool figures. They're both big figures. They're around the same size. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyways, guys, this has been the giant Kong at the B.E.A.S.T glove. I hope you guys like this review, and I'll be back in a bit to review the giant Scar King, and then that'll be all for today. So yeah, see you there.